Shay here with Financial Journey. Today we're talking about purchasing and selling your home. So there are many advantages to purchasing your home, and one of those is locking in a low interest rate right now. So, for example, your mortgage payment is made up of four things. Typically, can be more. You may have heard of the term PITI: principal, interest, taxes, and insurance. Okay. If you did not put the 20% down and get a conforming mortgage, then you may have to pay mortgage insurance, which could be another piece. But let's just focus on principal, interest, taxes, and insurance. Okay. So the payment, your principal and interest, is not going to fluctuate over the life of your loan. So for 30 years, the only part of your PITI payment that's going to change are your taxes, your property taxes, and your homeowner's insurance. And if you think about it, that's a very small portion, in comparison to the entire payment. So for 30 years, you don't have to worry about inflation on that principal and interest part. If you're renting, then you've got to worry about inflation each year because your rent is going to increase. All right. So that brings us to selling your house now. Well, a lot of people are taking advantage of these high prices and, taking the equity out of their home and then going and purchasing a new home, locking in that low interest rate on something more desirable for them. So what happens when you sell your home? The old rule used to be that any gains that you had from your home, as long as you were purchasing another primary residence, then you wouldn't have to pay tax on that. Well, it hasn't been that way for quite a while, actually. The rule is if you lived in your home for two of the previous 5 years, then you are allowed to exclude a certain amount on the gain and not have to pay capital gains tax. So currently that rate is $250,000 you get to exclude if you're single. And if you file taxes married filing joint, then you can exclude up to $500,000 in gain. So if you're getting close to that number and potentially going over that, just in the basic sales price minus your cost basis, don't forget that you can add back in certain costs. All right. So the legal fees that you had to pay in closing costs for your home, that can be added to your cost basis. And any improvements can also be added to your cost basis. So if you added a room to your house, that's considered an improvement. So that will increase your cost basis, which will therefore decrease the gain on your home. And, this comes into play, especially if you're a high earner and, the Biden tax plan that wants to start taxing, high income earners capital gains rate at the ordinary income versus a capital gains rate. So that's something to take into consideration when you're thinking about selling your home. So these are things that we do here at Financial Journey. We can help you evaluate and really get to what that number could be for you. So any questions, give us a call, sign up for an appointment. We're here to help. And next week, we will be talking about cybersecurity. Talk to you then. Bye.